In today's video, I'm going to show you how to organize absolutely everything in your SuperBrain using just 3 different types of taxonomy or organizational systems. And I'm going to show you how that principle applies, the same one we're using with those 3, how it'll apply beyond that. So that's what we'll cover in today's video. Stay tuned. Welcome back. My name is Jeff Gibbard, and I am the host of the Superhero Institute YouTube channel, and I'm taking you through the entirety of the SuperBrain. So make sure to like and subscribe if you want to help these videos reach more people and you think that they're valuable. Also, make sure if you want to know when they come out, hit that notification bell. As a reminder, every page that we build during these videos in this video series, I will put in the description of this YouTube video. You can then duplicate them into your own Notion space. And as a reminder, you can also, if you just want to skip ahead, you can download the entire SuperBrain off of the Notion Marketplace. It is for sale up there, and the link is in the bio for that. So today what I'm going to cover is organization, how to make sure you never lose anything ever again by using Notion. And to do that, we have to first talk about different methods of finding things. And one of the most common methods of finding things that I've found in speaking with people and watching how they use technology is to use search. So it's not so much that there's an organizational system that they're using, so much as they just come in and expect the search to deliver things. Yes, that does work, and Google has trained us well that search is an excellent way to retrieve and find things you're looking for. The challenge is that as your body of knowledge and information grows and grows and grows, you run into an organization problem. And when you're using semantic search, that is putting in words and the system has to go and search for it, the more things there are, the harder it is for it to find what is relevant to you, which is why you use more and more and more words to try and find the thing you're looking for. The alternative is to have more of a categorization system so that you can first go to a certain place and then search within that if you need to, or if it's categorized well enough, you can go directly to the thing you're looking for. And so the way I describe this is, and I use this to illustrate the point. If you were to be looking, for instance, for a kitchen tool, one thing you could do is you could walk in the house and walk up to the kitchen, open the drawers and say, find a spatula that you're looking for. Another option is that you could walk into the house, stand there and just scream, "Can someone bring me a spatula?" One's going to probably be more effective than the other. And so the way that I design the SuperBrain and the way that I encourage people to design a system is to spend more of their time thinking about how things are organized. And inside of the SuperBrain, there are 3 different ways to organize information that make it so much easier to find what you're looking for because you can use them individually and you can also combine them. So I'm going to take you through those right now. So we're back in the SuperBrain, and I want to show you the 3 main layers of organization inside of this SuperBrain. So anything that you create, whether it be a note, a memory, or any piece of information, if it is in a database, you're able to connect databases to one another inside of Notion. So let me show you what I mean by that. So we're inside of Spaces here. This is a database, and you can tell because you've got this view that's a gallery. You can also lay that out as a table, which is more of like a spreadsheet. You can look at it as a board where you have different columns that you drag it through. You have timeline view. You can look at it as a calendar. So databases are just a way of ordering and organizing information inside of Notion. And so right now I'm looking at Spaces in a table, and what you can see over here is this projects field where you can see projects here. So what this actually is this is a relation field. So I'm relating this to this other database called projects. So when I go over to this projects field, I can see inside any of these which space it is connected to. It's a 2-way relationship between databases. Now this is very different from the way a lot of people will organize things when they first come into Notion. What most people will do when they come inside of Notion is they will create a field called multi-select, and they might call it like, categories, right? And then they'll start putting in here things like, baseball, and marketing, and whatever else. And so this is the way that they begin to organize a database. And there's really nothing wrong with this, but there are better ways. And the reason why is that if you were to use this category field on Spaces, and then you were to go to one of your other databases, like say, for instance, Notes, and I wanted to find anything that was related to baseball or marketing, I don't have that field in here. And if I recreate it, I have to recreate all of the different options that are in there. And even if I were to do that, I wouldn't be able to see what is marketing in this database and what is marketing in this database. But by creating a relationship between the two, I can actually see how information is connected inside of the system. This is one of the key insights in building a really robust system inside of Notion, is to just stop using the single and multi-select fields inside of a database to categorize things, and instead start using databases. And this is the big insight here into how to organize things inside of the SuperBrain. Spaces is connected to just about all of the important databases inside of the SuperBrain. So for instance, I can find any note that is connected to personal. If I create a new note here that is, new personal note. If I were to then go into this note, you would see that it's connected to the space personal. So Spaces is the first relational database that we connect to basically every other database that we want to organize, because it allows us to see which space in our life, whatever this thing in this database is connected to. So no matter what database you're using, you can connect it to Spaces, and then you can immediately be able to sort and organize that database by spaces. The other two are right here, tags and projects. So Spaces, tags, and projects, those are the three that I see as the most important organizational systems you have inside of Notion. If you want to organize your notes, if you want to organize your updates, if you want to organize your articles, all of these things, these three are important. And let me explain kind of how they fit as a method of organization. So Spaces is the big one. That shows you kind of which big space of it's kind of like choosing between door 1, door 2, and door 3. Once you're inside of there, then you can apply a second level, which is the project. What sort of work am I working on here? Am I redecorating the bathroom? Am I redecorating the bedroom? Am I doing a 30-day sprint? Whatever it is, right? You can apply then the project. So now you have the project inside of the space, and then you can add tags. So here you might do, for this particular one, bedroom, right? And now you have a tag that you could find this note. You have a project where you could find this note, and you have a space where you can find this note. And if you come into your notes, you can actually use all of these with filters to find exactly what you're looking for. You can say, I want to find anything that is in space personal that also is in the project redecorate, and that is also with the tag bedroom. And you would find the exact note that you are looking for. So these are the three most important, because what you have here essentially is that the tags are topics. These are sort of words that you associate. Think about how your brain works. If I say, the word bat, you might think of a baseball bat. You might also think of the animal that is a bat. And so tags are kind of one of the ways that as humans, we organize things. We organize things by words. And so tags is your way of deciding how would you remember this thing. And you can have as many of these as you want. And it's a way that you can then, inside of the tags database, if you were to be inside of tags now, and you come into here and you look at the tags bedroom, I can now come into bedroom and I can see by these relations, what notes is it related to, what projects, what books, what articles. And so if you use tags as the topic and you connect this database to all of your other databases, you're then very easily able to find all of the things that you are looking for by way of using this tag. And if you combine it then with project or with spaces, then you can find exactly what you're looking for. And so the idea is you use these three types of taxonomies to find what it is that you're looking for and to organize everything in your life. So when you create a note, you add the space, you add a project if it's related, you add the tags, you can connect your notes database to people as well. I told you I would go beyond just the three main ones. Inside of the Commons, you have all of these other ways that you can connect these different databases to other databases and use them as a way of organizing. So as an example, you can use locations to organize companies and people. You can use circles, which is the organizational schema for people, which I'll cover in a later video, you can organize people into circles. You can even use things like, you could use people to organize updates. So updates about people. So the point is that it's limited only by your imagination of how you want to categorize things. But the key insight is that instead of using a single select or a multi-select field, you're going to use a database and you're going to connect it to another database. And then you're able to organize the information in one database by the information in another database. You're able to sort and filter by it. So if we wanted to build something like this, I'm going to show you real quick. I'm just going to build the entire basic starting point of the SuperBrain. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little call out box. This is the top level of everything. And then I'm going to hit slash and then page. I'm going to call this page dashboard. Now I've got a dashboard and I can build anything I want into that. Next up, I'm going to create another page. I'm going to call this one inbox. That's where I'm going to put all of my buttons. Right? And I'll program those later. I'll show you how to do all of these things. Now I've got my inbox. After that, I'm going to create my spaces. For this, I'm going to need a database. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do slash database, full page, and I'm going to call this one spaces. And because we only have 9 of them, I like to display this as a gallery. I think it looks nice. So this is my first database, or my first space. I'll call it space 1. And now I've got spaces. So now I've got inbox, spaces, dashboard, and then finally I'm going to create a page called commons, and that's going to be where I put all of the other databases. And the one we're going to start with, again, we're going to do another database, full page, and we're going to call this one tags. We'll get to projects and tasks and goals and everything in a later video. This one, I just want to start with the main taxonomies, which are, like I said, there's tags, projects, and spaces. Right now we've got tags and spaces. In a later date, I'm going to add projects, and we're going to add notes, and we're going to do all those different things. But for now, this is the basic starting point of a SuperBrain. You've got your dashboard. You're going to put whatever you want in that, build it out later. Inbox, you're going to put whatever buttons you want that will allow you to add rows into a database like notes. Spaces, this is going to be your main how you organize stuff. And again, we'll show you how to connect everything later. And then you've got the commons, which is the holding place for all of the basic stuff. This is the starting point of your SuperBrain, and I will make this entire thing from, I'll make each of these pages available in the description. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to build a full reference section. So this is how to have especially your notes and a system I call master notes. I'm going to show you both of those, as well as some other things that you're going to want to clip and keep. And that'll become the next thing. And as we do that and we build it, we're going to connect it to other databases so you can see how connections begin to emerge and how you can organize everything in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to know when the next video comes out, hit that notification bell and you'll find out as soon as it comes out. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.